Alright guys, welcome back to What If Turles Was Canon. You all love the last part, so all that being said, let's continue it. Years have passed. Turles, Kakarot, and Piccolo have plundered many planets, and have eaten the fruit from the Tree of Might. Their power level has increased quite rapidly, and Turles wants to stick it to Frieza himself. However, he could use more members. He would remember that Kakarot had a brother. Maybe he's with Vegeta. He didn't really know. He wanted to spy on the inside, but then he had an idea. Since Turles was a genius scientist, he could simply hack their scouters. So, he had Kakarot go into one of Frieza's planets and hack into the scouters. All of the scouters use the same frequency, so he could easily hack into them all. And now Turles could listen to what they're all saying. As he would listen into him, he would learn more and more about the Frieza Force. He didn't learn about Vegeta's crew. He hated Vegeta. Vegeta was the son of King Vegeta, the man who had a deal with Frieza, and the man that got them all killed. He must defeat Vegeta and Nappa, and take Raditz to join them. True, he could get the other Saiyans to join him, but Vegeta was prideful. And these royal Saiyans is the reason the Saiyan race was wiped out. Their deal with Frieza killed them. They were cowards that bowed to an overlord, and that got them killed. Well, Turles will build an empire, and Turles and Kakarot will never bow. They'll bow to no one. As they learned more and more information, eventually they learned about a mission that Raditz, Nappa, and Vegeta were going to go on. So they had a plan. King Piccolo, Raditz, and Turles would all go to the planet and plant the seed after they have finished wiping out the natives. Then they'll show them the real power of the true Saiyans. The lower class Saiyans. They have become more powerful than they can ever dream of. Before then, he kills them both. The plan is pretty much foolproof. So, they would wait. King Piccolo taught them how to hide and sense energy without a scouter. Turles just used the scouter to hack into the Frieza Force. As they hit their power level, they would hide underground and watch the ensuing chaos, as the Saiyans would go out and begin to wipe out the civilization. They would use the moon to become a Zaru's, giant beast that could destroy anything. As they destroyed the planet, all life, Nappa, Vegeta, and Raditz would then have a campfire. As Vegeta would begin to eat the corpses that he killed, even though they were civilized, he didn't care. He would just devour them. Vegeta looked at Raditz and said, "Hey, if you want to keep on living, follow my orders better. Got it?" Raditz would say, "But sir, I followed every..." "Not fast enough," Vegeta would say as he would hit Raditz. "We needed you out there. You're a low-class runt, but I needed to draw away fire from me, the important one. When you took 10 minutes to get to me, 10 whole minutes. That took way too long on the battlefield. Do that again and I'll kill you." Kakarot didn't like to see how his brother was treated. Suddenly, the ground would shake as a giant tree would grow, and Kakarot and Turles would both walk forward. As Kakarot would say, "Hello, brother," Raditz would get up and look at each other. As then Nappa would get up and say, "It's Turles." Vegeta would say, "Who the hell's Turles?" A long time ago, there was a Saiyan scientist who started fighting and became a warrior, but he's obsessed with trees. He thought it could make him powerful. He thought it was the key to taking over the universe. Then he started questioning King Vegeta, calling him a scum, saying he's Frieza's puppet. Then he was kicked out. People tried to find and kill him, but no one could find him. Turles would smirk and say, "That's right. I was right about the king. You know Frieza killed your people, and it's all because of King Vegeta. He bowed down to him and invited him to his home. It's your father's the reason why the Saiyans are dead." Vegeta would get up and say, "Shut your damn mouth, low-class trash." Vegeta would then charge at Turles with everything he had as he tried to punch him, but Turles would simply just block it. "You're pathetic. Nothing compares to the Tree of Might, Vegeta. Your pathetic, worthless royalty genes are no match for the power of the Tree of Might." Vegeta would look at it as a tree of, but then he looked up and saw the massive tree. Vegeta looked down and said, "Damn it. So you mass-engineered some sort of tree to give you power? You didn't work for it? That's pathetic. You knew you couldn't compete with my royal genes, so you had to manufacture some sort of bullshit like this." Vegeta and Turles then began to battle, but Turles began to easily outclass Vegeta. Nappa flew about to get involved, but then Kakarot grabbed his tail as he pulled on it. Nappa would then punch Kakarot. You think that could affect me? A true Saiyan warrior like myself is not affected by simple tricks like that. Kakarot said, that's fair. Work or not, it doesn't really matter. Even without that little trick working, you're easily gonna die. Nappa would then scan his power level. As he was suppressing it, it would only come to 2,000. Nappa would laugh. You're stronger than your brother, I'll give you that. But you're still no match. But then Kakarot would kick him, as Nappa would fall down and spit out blood and teeth. As he looked and said, what the hell? Kakarot would then laugh and say, oh Nappa, we can suppress our power levels at will. Let me show you the true power I am holding. Kakarot then began to power up. As his power level suddenly shot up, Nappa would be shocked, as the scouter would go up further and further and further, past 9,000, past 10,000, past 12,000. It went all the way to 30,000, then it blew up. Nappa began to shake. 30,000? How is that possible? Kakarot would say, mine is at least 50,000, but 40,000? You can't be too hard on these old scouters. Such old, pathetic models. Oh well. Nappa would then begin to shake as he looked at Kakarot. Old models? Well, As in Nappa said, screw you! This is some sort of cheap trick. Just like that giant tree over there. I'm not gonna fall for it. You're bluffing. I know you are! As Nappa charged at Kakarot, he would try to punch him, but he would grab one of his arms and break it. As Nappa fell to the floor, Nappa then got up and tried to kick him, and then he shot a mouth blast. But Kakarot easily deflected it without effort. Then he grabbed him and threw him to the floor, breaking all of his bones. As Nappa grew out in pain, he began to cry and scream. As Kakarot said, that's not very heroic of you, and then he blew him up. Raditz would see this and attempt to fly away, but then King Piccolo would stretch out his arms and grab him in midair. As Piccolo began to smirk, to be honest, you aren't that strong. You're worthless to us, but I was worthless to them, and they let me in, so it's only fair we let you in. However, try to run and I'll kill you. He would then throw Raditz to the ground. As Raditz got up and began to shake, he saw Nappa die, and he saw Vegeta be manhandled. Raditz would just nod, as he would simply sit by. As Turles and Vegeta were fighting, Vegeta looked around. He saw Raditz betrayed him. Nappa died. He was all alone, and Kakarot was watching him. The Prince of all Saiyans, now nothing more than a dead body, to be forgotten. Once you die, Vegeta, no one will remember you, and Vegeta's legacy, the royal legacy, will die with you. Vegeta would say, no it won't, screw that! As Vegeta would charge right at Turles with all of his speed and strength, as Turles would kick him back. Vegeta would fall into the floor, as then he would fly up. He could throw an artificial moon, but if he did that, they could transform too. And if they transformed, they would just outclass him. And he could try to destroy their tails, but two of them are both stronger than them, and they're on him at all times, beating him up, torturing him. Eventually, Vegeta would fly up and begin to charge a massive Gallic gun at both of them, as they would just laugh and shoot at the Gallic gun. But then, Vegeta would fly away. As Vegeta looked at them, and Vegeta fought them, he learned how to suppress his ki like they did. Suddenly, they couldn't feel Vegeta's energy. They were shocked to see that Vegeta learned it so fast. Vegeta was beaten up. Vegeta had his arms broken, and Vegeta had his ribs broken. He wasn't as beat as in our timeline. He could still walk and even fly, but he couldn't move his arms. He would go into his space pod and be launched off. As Vegeta managed to escape, Turles would look up. Damn it, I can't believe he did this. He learned how to hide his power level. Oh well, it doesn't matter. Raditz, come with us. It's time you join the Crusher Corps. As Raditz joined the Crusher Corps, we cut back to Vegeta. As Vegeta was in the healing tank, eventually he would heal up, and as he got out, he knew he couldn't go back to Frieza, not after what happened. If he told him Saiyans were rising up against him, he would simply kill him, seeing him as a threat. But then Vegeta had an idea. Vegeta had a plan to defeat Frieza and defeat Turles, and to use them against each other, and to get stronger in the process. This was Vegeta's plan. Next time, you will find out. And that's where we're going to leave things off. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hope you all enjoyed this video. I know I did. I really enjoyed making it. And it's 3 a.m. right now because I'm making videos late because of where I live and family. I'm with family right now and I have to work, so I have to record late as shit to get it up. So yeah, it's 3 a.m. for me. Comment the time you're watching this for you. Anyway, peace out.